মর্নিং এভরিওয়ান। সো যেহেতু ফার্স্ট সেশনাল এক্সামিনেশন সামনে আসছে এবং তোমাদের প্রিপারেশন প্রয়োজন, সে কথা মাথায় রেখে যে টপিকগুলো ফার্স্ট সেশনালে আসছে না, যে কন্টিনিউ ক্লাসেস চলছে, সেটার ভিডিওটা একটু শর্টে বানানোর চেষ্টা করছি এবং আফটার দ্য সেশনাল এক্সামিনেশন কন্টিনিউ মোডে আগের মতো পড়া ক্লাস কন্টিনিউ হবে। So I only going to discuss about the basic principle of the optical isomerism. আমি previous ক্লাসে describe করেছি what are the various type of the isomerism. I discussed that about the isomerism, specifically two types. One is the structural, another one is the stereoisomerism. Among the structural isomerism, there are the various category. It may be due to the chain, it may be due to the position, it may be due to the functional group. These are the molecular arrangements of the compound that leads to the produce the isomers, which is due to the structural isomerism. Tautomerism, here the keto-enol tautomerism, amine-imine tautomerism, these are the terms under the structural isomerism. In the another part of the isomerism, these are the stereoisomerism. This included your syllabus, unit 1 and unit 2. Stereoisomer also classified by two categories. One is the configurational and another one is the conformational. And among in the conformational, there are also subclassified two. One is the geometrical, another one is the optical. So configuration isomers are the having the two more basic properties. One is the non-superimposable, one criteria is the non-superimposable, means two isomer can't impose. So this is the criteria of the configurational isomerism. Another one is the non-interconvertible. Means two isomer cannot be interconvertible by the rotation of the single bond or sigma bond. If it happen, these are terms under conformational isomer. And in the case of the configuration, there is the changes around the carbon moiety, changes of the any atom group around the carbon moiety. This is by the breaking bond and followed by the forming the bond. So there is the no rotation, and allowed rotation is the restricted in the case of the configurational isomerism. So configuration isomerism, geometrical isomerism is the cis, trans, Ez. We will discussed in the unit 2 part. Now coming the optical isomerism, which is associated with the optical activity of the compound. So optical activity means that is the someone associated with the light. Those compound, this optical isomerism, it is the phenomena where these compound are the ability to rotate the plane polarized light. Here the term includes the plane polarized light. Okay, so these compounds rotate plane polarized light. Okay, these are the optically active compounds. This compound is the known as the optically active compound. This phenomena is the known as the optical activity, and this isomerism known as the optical isomerism. So here the compound having the ability to rotate the plane polarized light. So what is plane polarized light? We have to first understand. Plane polarized light, it is a type of the light where the we know that a normal light, we can take in any of the bulb, normal je bulb monochromic light আমরা দেখতে পাই, the normal light vibrate in the all planes like that. You know that is the light is a electromagnetic wave, so which is the passes by the right angle of their electromagnetic wave, and this is the vibrate at the all plane. If you consider that one, this is the representation of the normal light which is vibrates in a all plane. It is the right angle of the electromagnetic wave when they are going to passes. Okay. When this light is this is the normal light, so you can say this light is the passes to the specific type of the prism. It's a type of the prism, a specific prism. It converted the normal light to the plane polarized light. What in that plane polarized light, the vibrational rotation and the all planes is the diminished, and this light only rotates at the single plane. Okay, so in the one direction if there is the rotation is observed, and this light is the known as the plane polarized light. I think you got. This is the plane polarized light where the rotation of vibrational rotation is the only one plane. In the normal light it rotates at the all plane and all direction. Okay, so this plane polarized light obtained by the passing normal light through a specific type of the prism. This is the specific type of the prism. First this process confirmed by the Nicol, and that's why this is the known as the Nicol-Sine prism. This is the Nicol prism. This is the by passing the normal light through Nicol prism, it's absorbed or rejected all directional and electromagnetic wave, only passes only one direction electromagnetic wave, and this is the known as the plane polarized light. Okay, this is the normal light, and this is the plane polarized light. Nicol prism is the specific type of the prism. Its composition is the calcite, and calcite is made up of the most stable polymers of the calcium carbonate. So short question may be asked, what are the composition of the Nicol prism? And Nicol prism, after the their process, we obtain the plane polarized light, which rotates only, which can vibrates or rotates only at the one direction. It is then passes to a sample tube. This is the sample tube. Sample tubes means it contains the sample in the solution form. So we taken any of compound which may be a optically active compound, which may be the optically inactive compound. So here we taken the solution form of that compound, and then this process is the bone, and plane polarized light passes through the sample tube. Sample tube pass করার পর they are hit by the another Nicol prism, which is the known as the analyzer, because this analyze the specific measurement. Which measurement I will discuss after. I will discuss something after. And this analyzer is the measure the specific measurement, and then we can detect. We can using detector we can measure that measurement which is the analyzed by the another Nicol prism. Okay. So in that cases, what is the measurement? The measurement is the term of the specific rotation. Rotation means there is the again I come back to the optically active compound. This compound having rotated the plane polarized light. So this plane polarized light having the one direction which comes and passes to the sample tube, and here the polarized light, here consider this one which enter, and this is the something rotate. Okay, something rotate. So second this বাঁকা ভাবে যেটা আছে ওটা after the passing into the solution system, and they rotate something left. It may be rotate something the right portion also. Okay, so this how much angle of rotation is the calculated, is the analyzed by the analyzer, and then we can detect easily this is the how much angle of rotation. So this is the comes under the term of the specific rotation, which have the particular formula. Okay. So the important of that things at that nickel prism and the analyzer. Here this one is the first one can be called as a polarizer because it's involved to polarize the light, and this this polarizer and the analyzer must be situated in a polarimeter. Polarimeter is a consist of the that where the electrical activity can be measured. So this fully told process is the known as the polarimeter. This is the name of the instrument where this process can be occurs to measure the optical activity of any optically active compound. So in this polarimeter, the nickel prism analyzer must be situated in the same axis to visualize the specific rotation. Otherwise, they are the final the compound in the nickel prism and the analyzer are situated in the perpendicular form. Though these are the not situated in the same axis, then case what is the there is the no passes of the light not visible, and there is the light is the turned form. So in that cases, this polarimeter must be this analyzer and the polarizer must be situated in the same axis. Okay. Normally the light use করা হয় as a light source. This is the sodium D light. Sodium D light. This is the used as a light source for the detection for the measurement of the specific rotation. This is the monochromatic light, means it's only produce a single color. Okay. Nickel prism, I told that this is the composed of the calcite, and this is the type of the carbon calcium carbonate. Here the nickel prism either rejected the all vibrational frequency except the one, or it can be absorbed. So then finally pass the one directional light. This is the known as the plane polarized light. When the plane polarized light passes through a sample tube, that is the something changes of the angle occurs, and this is the measured by the specific rotation through analyzer and the detector. Okay, so normal light and plane polarized light already discussed. Now coming to the specific rotation portion. This specific rotation having a specific formula, because it's a specific formula. It is denoted by the alpha, and this specific rotation is any compound, any optically active compound which has ability to rotate plane polarized light, তার একটা ফিজিক্যাল প্রপার্টিজ বলতে পারো। যেমন আমরা দেখেছি কোন কম্পাউন্ডের physical constant properties we can take in the melting point, specific rotation. These are the boiling point. These are the physical properties, the constant properties where we can detect or we can confirm the identity or also identify the compound. So this one is the specific rotation, also a physical properties of that compound which is the optically active, and this specific rotation can be calculated by using formula. The formula is that alpha in the third bracket, we in the above we taken the T degree Celsius, and we below we taken the we taken D, capital D is equal to alpha absorbance divided by L into C. This one is the L. So what are the various parameters of that? Alpha absorption, this is the specific rotation measured by the polarimeter. This is the specific rotation of a compound, L means that the length of the sample tube, not sample tube, that the length of the solution. So normally they fill with in the sample tube. So that is the length of the solution or sample tube, and C is the concentration of the solution. So here we taken as concentration in the form of the, so L and C, this is the two important, and alpha is equal to degree of the rotation. So L is the length of the solution. Which is in the decimeter, in the term of the decimeter. Okay, so decimeter we can convert it to centimeter, 10 centimeter, but in the specific rotation, remember that that is the length should be in the form of the decimeter. And C is the concentration, and C unit hoche gram per milliliter. So the concentration should be converted first in the gram per milliliter, then apply into the formula. So it given the specific rotation at that particular of the that concentration, and so we can obtain the finally of we can obtain the specific rotation of any optically active compound. Okay, so specific rotation can be defined as a we can easily define that specific rotation as alpha d is considered as a specific rotation. So we can define as a here d means that wavelength, means here we can use sodium d light. So the wavelength around the around the, I think it's the 589 millimicron. So this specific rotation can be defined as a the rotation of the optically active compound produced by using, here you can use the 1 decimeter of the solution length and the 1 gram per milliliter concentration at a specific temperature and specific wavelength. This is the definition of the compound. So here you can unit L, if unit means 1 and concentration is 1, so this is the finally alpha d T degree Celsius equal to alpha absorbance, means that is the we can consider that the definition of the specific rotation. So here is the important form, that portion is the rotation. If the rotation is obtained, if the plane polarized ray rotate to the left, the compound is the known as the rotate to the left. This one is the known as the levorotatory. Okay, so there is the two types of a compound by the rotation we can consider. One is the levorotatory. Levorotatory, as you study in the various classes of the medicinal chemistry, some compounds active biologically in the levo form, someone is the dextro form. So levorotatory is the compound rotate the plane polarized lights to the left. Left means this is the anti-clockwise, and this finally this compound can be denoted as the either L or minus. So this is the two term, or we can denote that compound L or minus. The opposite of that, the compound which is the this one, which is the rotate the plane polarized light. So dot portion is the levorotatory, because it's anti-clockwise rotate করেছে, এবং the solid যে straight line, solid যে line আছে ওটা dextrorotatory, means this is the plane polarized light কে rotate করেছে to the right, means clockwise portion. So that is the dextrorotatory. means dextro form of the compound, so which is the right side rotate করেছে, this is the in the small d you can denote it, and this is the also denoted by the plus sign. Okay, so this by this this is the solid line. By this plane chloride light we can classify two types of the compound. One is the levorotatory isomer, another one is the dextrorotatory isomer, both having similar molecular formula, similar physical and chemical properties, and only differ in their optical activity. Okay, so this is the, so what happened if we taken a compound where plane polarized light is not showing any rotation activity? So in that cases this compound is called as a optically inactive compound. Optically inactive compound. Okay, so this is the all about the today's class. And another important thing of that specific rotation. So specific rotation, and this is the maybe asked in a short type of the answer question in the 5 marks. They define specific rotation and describe the specific rotation and optical isomerism. So you have to write all of the thing on what is the process and the polarimeter as well as the specific rotation with the formula etc. And final of that factors influencing the specific rotation. So তোমাদের ফ্যাক্টরস যদি জিজ্ঞাসা করে এর জন্য আলাদা করে মনে রাখার কোনো দরকার নেই, জাস্ট ফর্মুলাটা মনে রাখলে অটোমেটিক ফ্যাক্টরস এসে যাবে. Let's see what are the factors may affect the specific rotation. So first one is the nature of the substance. So the compound বা যে সাবস্টেন্স আমরা নিয়েছি in a solution form, তার নেচারের উপর স্পেসিফিক রোটেশন নির্ভর করবে, এবং আমি বলেছি এটার একটা স্পেসিফিক ফিজিক্যাল প্রপার্টি যে আলাদা আলাদা কম্পাউন্ডের আলাদা আলাদা থাকে. তো সেক্ষেত্রে যে কম্পাউন্ড নেওয়া হবে তার উপর স্পেসিফিক রোটেশন কতটা ডিগ্রিতে অ্যাঙ্গেল করবে সেটা ডিপেন্ড করছে. সো ফার্স্ট ওয়ান ইজ দ্য নেচার অফ দ্য সাবস্টেন্স can be affect the specific rotation. Now coming to the L. L means length of the solution in the decimeter. So length of the sample size also affect the specific rotation. So we write down the length of the sample tube. This is the effect of specific rotation. Now coming to the third point C, concentration of the solution. This is the also effect. Concentration of the solution. Fourth point, what can be? T, temperature. Because we specific in the definition of the specific rotation, we constant the temperature. So means temperature is the affected the specific rotation. So temperature of the solution. Okay. Fifth one, what? The D. D means that is the wavelength. So wavelength also affected. We normally use sodium D light, but if you use the another light and want to experiment with the another type of the light, then we can there is the effect the something affect the specific rotation. So for fifth one is the light not, that is the wavelength of the plane polarized light. Okay, sixth one is the that is the about the solvent, nature of the solvent system. If the compound is the not available in the solid form, liquid form, then this should be converted into the liquid form, solid to liquid form. That was something a solvent is the required. If solvent is the used, then nature of the solvent is also affect the specific rotation. And in the cases of the specific rotation where the solvent is the used, then after the alpha we in the small suffix we can written down the solvent name like methanol, like petroleum ether. And the final one is the specific rotation should be denoted, and this is the denoted according to the dextrolaboratory plus or D sign, and according to the laboratory L or minus sign. In the next classes, we will discuss about the optical activity and enantiomer, some of the also discuss the enantiomer, diastereomer, mesocompound, plane of symmetry, and the optical activity of the compound. All compound does not optically active. It's having some of the chiral center. Chiral center means that is the a carbon compound which must possess the chirality characteristic. Chirality characteristic, what is this? It's normally you know that the carbon forming the tetrahedral, and it is the having the 4 valency and attached with the 4 group. So if that 4 groups are the different like A, B, C, D, then this carbon is the known as the chiral, and this is the dissymmetry. What is dissymmetry? What is asymmetry? We will discuss in the next classes. Asymmetry, dissymmetry means they are the divided into the 2 parts. Like you can consider anything, like you can consider a table. So table, if you that plan of if you divide into the 2 part, so here it is the divided at equal part of that, so that is the asymmetry. When if you consider it the hand, so if it is the divided, there is the 2 are the not similar, so that is the dissymmetry. So based on that, there is the chirality. Achirality compound is the form. Chirality is the specific along with the other characteristic, the specificity for the optical activity of the compound. So we will discuss about the next classes in that all thing, and that is the important principle of that. After that, then we will discuss the remaining part, synthesis, etc. These are the asymmetric synthesis, etc. So thank you all of you.